welcome back to my channel. What a week of weather we've had here in Sussex. It has been unbelievably wet and windy and miserable. We've been blessed with sunshine today, but here we go. Here is a weekly vlog, just showing you a few little bits of what I've got up to in the garden this week with a little bit of help from Ben. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. I'd be really grateful, and hit the bell if you would like to be notified when new videos go live. So this lovely rainy January day is the start of the garden transformation, and I've got my really happy garden helper. I think it's mainly going to be talking about our plans today because it's just too miserable. And sometimes what we like to do before a project is just stand here and look at it and just bounce ideas off each other. So things that we have to think about for this project are how many bits of wood we need to order, how much soil we might need to buy, and just getting the shape ready. And then probably later in the month, maybe even next month, we will hopefully be ready to get the gravel ordered and get that down. So our plan is that this is going to be where the new borders are at an angle like this. The reason I want them at an angle is that one of the purposes of this garden, which sounds ridiculous, but it is where we dry our clothes, which is quite important when you've got a family with loads of clothes and mess. So by having them at that angle, I can still access the washing line, and I want to include dahlias into my planting. So by having the border narrow here, it means that I will be able to get in and deadhead the dahlias. So I'll probably keep them to this bit and this bit, and then I did have one last year in here which again was easily accessible for deadheading. So I know that sounds silly, but you do have to think about that, because if the border is this big all the way, there is no way that I could get to a dahlia that was planted at the back there. So there is a reason behind my logic. Now it has stopped raining and it's a little bit bright and glary actually. So this woodland area here, Ben actually came up with us this idea, and he put this in about this time last year. But it always looks really messy. The wood chip needs topping up, and we just wanted something really low maintenance because the grass doesn't do particularly well here because it's quite shady in areas. So we battle with half of this lawn, and it's just a pain. This bit is really mossy all along here. Then I found some sort of lava in the grass. So yeah, it's time for it to. Oh, and he's putting up some screws, which means I'll be able to tie in my new wisteria growth. Oh, and it's just about to rain again. We've got quite a few angles in this area of the garden, which is why I decided that I wanted the borders to be triangles like this. Spray paint works really well to help visualise your plans. Using a spade, Ben went around the outside of our outline. Now he's making lots of squares within the triangle, so it makes lifting the turf easy. I can't even pretend anymore, no, not that I ever have, but that this garden is all me, because without Ben and his grafting, this garden wouldn't be the garden that it is. Ben makes it look so easy lifting a thin layer of turf, but trust me, it's not. If I was in charge of this job, I definitely would have dug out half of the soil as well. And then the second triangle border is a little bit smaller. So this bit of the garden project is definitely Ben's project, because I am no good with a drill, and he put the edging in, so I don't know how to get the edging out, but he's doing a great job. The original edging that we had, actually we replaced last spring. We would love something like railway sleepers, but it's not in our budget. So this edging is made using gravel board. See how Ben has attached stakes to the gravel board, which then get driven into the ground. So that's how you get it to stay up. Gravel board's really inexpensive. It's used for the bottom of fencing, but painted black. It gave us the look that we wanted for a fraction of the price. Oh, is it under there? This is absolutely not my favourite type of gardening. I'm back from work and these seedlings have got to go in the greenhouse before they go any more leggy. So I am leggying it to the greenhouse right now. So this is another lot of larkspur that I've germinated in my conservatory, which I'm now adding to my larkspur collection out here. So I'm carefully going to transplant them into the next pot. This is one tray of larkspur that I've got in the greenhouse, and then I've just put the new seedlings in the gaps that I had. It's pretty much been a week of no gardening or any time out in the garden because the weather has been atrocious here in Sussex. Rainfall, like unbelievable amounts of rainfall. Everywhere is soggy, flooded. It's just horrible. But I thought I would come outside, have a little look around the garden because there are signs of spring everywhere, and we've just got to get through these last few weeks of January. I can see new signs of growth everywhere. So this is a white hydrangea that I've got, and I can see my bluebells coming through. All looks a little bit muddy and horrible. I need to have my mulch delivered. I can see lots, can't really see at this angle, but loads of bulbs coming through that kind of look like spring onions. Loads of bulbs shooting through. And we're kind of all over the place here. Ben decided to just put some cardboard down to kill the grass, ready for the gravel, but it's just blowing all around the garden. Probably not his best idea. Look at all these tulips coming through in this planter. Over here is the clematis that I showed you a few weeks ago. And it's massively coming to life now. You can see all of the new growth, which is amazing. So as soon as it's dry and not so cold, I will stake that, like tie it back to the fence and spread it out, because if you don't do that it just becomes really tangly. So there's lots of growth that I can tie in. And then my Beni Chidora blossom tree actually spotted my first flower, proper flower of the season. But give it a week probably and there'll be lots more blossom out on that. Oh, the pond's gone really cloudy. Don't know why. It was clear as anything yesterday. Perhaps something's landed in it. But yeah, everything is just wet and horrible. In my pots over here I've noticed the first signs of delphinium growth, which is really exciting. Not much else looks alive. In fact, that looks extremely dead. That's Salvia. Then if we go around to this garden, Ben is doing a big clear out, getting ready to go to the tip. And then we've got a huge puddle of standing water here, which never happens. This is how much rainfall we've had. Hope my wellies haven't got a hole in. And all of this grass is just so squelchy. But what I did notice out the window was this stunning hellebore, which seems to just be bearing more and more flowers every day. It's so beautiful. I still haven't potted up my others, which are over there. I wonder if they've got as many flowers. I just don't like to be in the garden when it's so windy. I don't really even mind the rain, but it's the wind, because it's so cold. This one's really pretty. Love the colours. Oh, sounds like the greenhouse is going to take off. I can't even believe that's still standing, to be honest. Oh, then this one's like kind of a limey colour. The Fatsias do not look happy at all. They just look really soggy and like they've had enough of this weather. Same as me, really. And clematis, this is another thing on my to-do list, to untangle that and spread it out a bit. But again, when the weather's like this, I don't much fancy it. Need to get this border mulched at some point. And then another thing on my to-do list is to move that hydrangea, which you can see has got signs of growth, but I stupidly planted it there before I added this border, so that's got to go. Just starting to rain and be windy again, so I don't think I've even managed 10 minutes mooching around the garden today. I'm just not feeling it. It's cold and horrible, and I'm frustrated because I can't do the jobs that I want to do. And has finally decided to calm down. I don't know how long for, but I thought I will aim to do half an hour of filling up this bed before it gets bad again. Let's see how I get on. We're getting rid of this little wood chip area because the whole lot's going to be gravelled, so I thought I would take the top layer of mulched wood chip out and add it to the bottom of the new border. Well, I made a start. Now I've got backache. And then I'm going to top it with compost. If you're anything like me, you'll have lots of random containers around your garden with leftover compost and soil from various projects. So I thought I would use all of that first, get that all forked in, And then in my garage I had some bags of compost left over from another project, so that's probably about 125 litres of compost that I've just topped up. And then we're nearly ready to think about planting, although we've got a cold snap due this week, so I'm going to hold off doing it until that cold snap has gone. Kind of feels a little bit more real now. It's actually got some soil in it. I don't think I've got the energy to move any of the plants, but some which were at the front, I now need to decide what I want to have at the edge, because lots of them are evergreen, so I want to have them there, and then work out where to plant the grasses. So yeah, I'm really glad that I did this job actually and I didn't go inside. It's just nice when the weather cooperates. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more weekly vlogs.